Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is Thursday, May 13th, 2021. And in the headlines, Israel warns of more targets as clashes between Arabs and Jews rock Israeli cities. And then the update is Israel has deployed a lot of their troops to the border with Gaza. And this is happening in the hours just before May 14th, which will be Israel's 73rd birthday. And again, we pointed out something very specific at the beginning of the year was 73 and 21 and 21 in war. But I just want you to think about this. Israel, on the eve of their 73rd birthday, is deploying their troops to the border with Gaza. And in Gematria, which is a Jewish practice, Gaza equals 73. And again, as I've been saying, and I would also say proving, as I've been proving, Israel is a creation of the Catholic Church and the Jesuit order to fulfill biblical prophecy. And I just want to look at this week very quickly with this focus and this thought. If you're new here, Gematria, it's very simple. It's based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards and the rules of numerology. And this practice comes from the Hebrew language originally, but as I've shown and written books about, there's many parallels between the gematria value of words in English and in Hebrew. A lot of parallels. Kabbalah has the same value, Israel has the same value, Netanyahu has the same value, and the list goes on. But a lot of parallels. But here's Gaza, 73, on the eve of the 73rd birthday, where 73 is the 21st prime and it's 2021. Look how all this comes together. Again, Gematria, there's 4 base ciphers. Notice if I write out the word war, it has a value of 21, right? And if I write out the word army, it has a value of 21. And if I write out the word Jesuit, who consider themselves the military order of the Catholic Church with the Templar logo in their cross, carrying on the tradition of the Knights Templar, Jesuit 21. Again, Gematria is based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. I said at the beginning of the year, watch out for this pattern in war. The first major military adventure of 2021 was, again, the Burmese military overthrowing its government on February 1st, 2-1 like 21 and 21. And remember, that makeshift government for Burma was set up on September 27th, the day the Jesuits were recognized by Roman history. Well, notice, when you write out Jesuit order, it's 144, and the day the military conflict began between Israel and Gaza was May 10th. From Pope Francis, the Jesuit leaders, or the first ever Jesuit pope, the leader of the Jesuits right now, well, Arturo Sosa is the superior general, and then you have Pope Francis. These are their 2 leaders. But May 10th was 144 days after Pope Francis's birthday. And we're always talking about rituals with Jesuit order and 144. Remember, Donald Trump was in Jerusalem for Jerusalem Day, and then right after that, he was at the Vatican on May 24th, 2017, the 144th day of the year. And then they made a shekel of Donald Trump with King Cyrus and Donald Trump's face on one side and the third temple on the other, and the shekels being sold to raise money to build the third temple, which Israel's been saying for a number of years they're going to do. And again, we're building in that direction. But the other thing you could say about Pope Francis is it was 144 days after his birthday, but remember, it was also his 145th day of his age, 145, that the military conflict began there. And again, Israel was born on 14/5. 14/5, like 145, May 14th, 1948. And remember, the word Catholic is 145. Just when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Z is 1 back to A is 26, Catholic's 145. Like how there's 145 more chapters in the Catholic Old Testament than the Protestant Old Testament. There's also 73 books in the Catholic Bible, whereas there's 66 books in the Protestant Bible. And the difference is in the Old Testament, where there's 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament, just like how Catholic equals 46. Here in the U.S., only 2 Catholic presidents to date. JFK was number 35. Notice Catholic's also 35. Killed at age 46. And then again, Joe Biden became number 46. The election 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday. Inauguration Day, the 35th day of the Pope's age. I know I'm super redundant with all this, but again, just to show that it's the Jesuits controlling everything from the U.S., to Israel. And of course, Europe and China. Again, the Jesuits are the New World Order. But 73 is the 21st prime number. These territories on the verge of war, on the anniversary of the 73-year anniversary establishment of Israel in 2021. I mean, come on. This couldn't be any more ritualistic. And don't forget that Theodor Herzl, the founder of modern Zionism, died in history on July 3rd, 7/3 in 1904, 44 years before Israel was established. Of course, Israel's 44, military 44, Netanyahu 44, again, dead at 44, 44 years before Israel. But that 7/3 thing again. And with regards to all of this being biblical, notice Bible has the gematria of 21, but it also has the 105. And the military conflict began on the 10th day of the 5th month. 10/5 is the majority of the world writes it like 105. And like we also talked about, Zionism equals 105. Zionism also has the 42 and 84 in it, like Jesuit, which reminds that the Jesuits were created by Jews who converted to Catholicism. And of course, Masonry has the 84 and 105 in it. Again, all these things related. The Jesuits created modern Freemasonry. They're responsible for the world wars. They're responsible for pretty much all of history as we know it. The victors write the history books. You know who the victors are of this world? The Catholic Church, which again is why we're on their calendar, and all these rituals are synced up with them and their superior general and their pope. Again, all throughout history, it's this way. All these perfect rituals. That's what I'm writing about in my new book. And now we're seeing it play out exactly what I'm talking about in real time with the Pope and the military conflict in Israel. So, and just more mockery. Again, remember, the Jesuits are behind the whole pandemic. Look at what they're doing in Israel. They're the first nation where you have to have your vaccine passport if you want to participate essentially in society. It's like carrying your papers, like World War II, like the Jews had to do. Now they're doing that in Israel with the war on germs, the World War on germs. So, I just want to do a short video on that. This isn't going to be a long live stream because I'm about to run out to the corner and pound pavement. Running late. The Preakness live stream went long. But also in the news today, Liz Cheney talking more about Donald Trump and how he's going to destroy democracy to come back into power. Now, notice what day she made this remark. Again, it's been Liz Cheney by the numbers since May 3rd. But now she says this about how he's going to destroy democracy to come back to be president again. And she says it on the 133rd day of the year, May 13th. Remember what I was showing you in 2015? Again, it was all about Trump and 133. Again, in Gematria, president equals 133. White House equals 133. Government equals 133. And the first time Trump ran for president in 2015, the first time he went on Fox News for the debates, the first thing they put up about him, the very first thing, 133rd richest man in the world. Again, they made a big deal about Donald Trump doing his 133rd interview with Fox News a few weeks later. And again, we're just saying, okay, it looks like they're telling us that he's the next president. Where are they going to go from first black guy, first reality TV star? I guess that's sort of new. It's kind of like Ronald Reagan, but and don't forget, Donald Trump, in Gematria, his name's 48 and 60. The next presidential election's the 60th. If Biden doesn't make it through his term and he's replaced by Kamala will become number 47. If Trump were to win the 60th presidential election, he could become number 48 in the 60th election. So, again, it's Trump and 133, a pattern we've been talking about for a long time. By the way, what they emphasized in this phrase, all sorts of interesting gematria in it. 555, the Washington Monument in D.C., 555 feet tall. The five-sided pentagon, the five-pointed pentagram that's almost completed in the streets of D.C. 231's interesting. Ignatius of Loyola's 231. Georgetown was established 23/1. By the way, there's a movie coming out tomorrow, May 14th, Israel's birthday, called Georgetown, the nation's first Jesuit university. And then the 741's really interesting because if you research the number 741, it has a specific meaning. It's called the Lucifer number. It's related to Lucifer. And 741 is the 38th triangular number. Lucifer equals 38 in Gematria. Also equals 74, not far off from 741. But Lucifer in the most pure cipher is 38, 741, the 38th triangular number. No one is the Lucifer number. And again, I mean, whoever is it ruling in... And don't forget, I mean, the highest degree of the satanic church is Mega, the 5th degree. So, anyway, what a headline there. But the real thing is just the 133rd day of the year. And again, Trump, Jerusalem Day, Trump at the Vatican back in 2017. Here we are 4 years later, same type of stuff in the news cycles. And yeah, we'll leave it there. I'm going to keep this one real short. I will be on twitch.tv. Again, if you're not familiar with twitch.tv, it is, whoops, not Twitter. You're probably more familiar with that. But twitch.tv, if you search Gematria, you'll find the GematriaEffectNews channel. And we will be out here. You got to click on the channel. When I'm live, there'll be a video right here, but I'm going to go live stream today. Had a really good interview with this gentleman. I like how he's showing up as the thumbnail right now. Smart young man. He's only 24 years old, but he knew what was going on. He definitely appreciated the knowledge. So get back out there and see who we meet today. I haven't heard from Meg yet today. I don't know if something came up with her. I was talking about going to the 7-Eleven, a different location today, and pounding payment with her, but since I haven't heard back, I'm just going to go to my regular corner. And then when I hear back from Meg, we'll do the 7-Eleven thing. Because I was trying to look up the story that Meg was talking about with the 7-Eleven, and I couldn't find it. So I want her to be there for that. She knows what the story was, but she wanted to do our rally in front of a little 7-Eleven because apparently they're being, tyrants with the masks. So anyway, I'll wait on that, but I'm going to go pound payment. It's about a 20-minute drive, and I need to look into this story too. This is a interesting story right here. I haven't read it yet, but there's got to be something to that, them bringing that up. So Chris Farley out by the numbers. But yeah, we'll keep it short and sweet, you guys. I'll be on the corner, twitch.tv, in about 20 minutes, which is 3:40 West Coast time, 6:40 Eastern, and hope to see you there. Till next time.